known as GHHF, was established with a clear and uncompromising mission to free Hindu temples from government control, to protect Sanatana Dharma, and to preserve and propagate Hindu culture in Bharat and across the world. From the very beginning, GHHF chose action over silence. Between 2006 and 2007, GHHF initiated its first global advocacy efforts, organizing demonstrations and awareness programs to highlight the impact of government control over Hindu temples. From 2007 to 2009, large-scale Mahapadayatras were undertaken, covering hundreds of villages across multiple districts. These journeys awakened Hindu society at the grassroots level about temple autonomy and cultural self-respect. Between 2010 and 2014, GHHF actively intervened to prevent encroachment and illegal occupation of temple lands. Sacred sites were protected, illegal constructions were stopped, and neglected temples were brought back into public focus. From 2012 onwards, GHHF expanded its cultural outreach through international symposiums, film festivals, children's drawing competitions, and river Aarati initiatives, many of which later received official recognition. Between 2015 and 2019, the foundation strengthened its village-level presence. Bala Sanskar Kendras expanded, Grama Devta temples were restored, and daily dharmic practices returned to routine Hindu life. From 2020 to 2021, during the COVID pandemic, GHHF became a lifeline for thousands. Annadanam was provided to over 2 lakh people. Priests received dry rations and financial support. Hospitals received oxygen generators and ventilators. Between 2022 and 2023, GHHF intensified its stand to protect the sanctity of Tirumala, Tirupati, and Tiruchendur. Illegal activities were exposed, official representations were submitted, and public awareness grew significantly. In 2024, GHHF entered a decisive phase. Press meets, protest rallies, media outreach, and international advocacy were undertaken to demand the declaration of Tirumala, Tirupati, and Tiruchendur as a Punyak Kshetra, while raising a global voice for persecuted Hindus, especially in Bangladesh. Today, GHHF works across 10 states in Bharat, conducting 16 continuous grassroots activities. These include Dharmapasi, with over 30 full-time pracharaks preventing forced conversions and welcoming back those who wish to return to Hindu Dharma. 175 Bala Sanskar Kendras educate more than 4,500 children in Sanatan values, scriptures, and cultural pride. More than 60 Gram Devta temples have been renovated or rebuilt. Through sponsored feast and group Deepa Naivedya, over 1,000 financially weak temples have resumed daily worship. GHHF supports over 25 goshalas, protects animals, provides water pandals in summer, plants thousands of trees, distributes eco-friendly Ganesh idols, and empowers women through tailoring training programs. Microphone sets are provided to temples to promote bhajans and collective devotion. Flood relief, animal welfare, and humanitarian service remain ongoing commitments. This journey, spanning nearly 2 decades, is not about an organization. It is about responsibility. Protecting Dharma is not the duty of a few. It is the shared responsibility of every conscious human.
So if you
Let
are
us now
asking and writing up a question, it should be based on religious, no political question, please. Thank you.
Stand with us and protect Dharma together. Join hands with the Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. Stand for temples. Stand for Dharma. Stand for our civilizational legacy. Because Dharma protects those who protect Dharma. Jai Shri Ram.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly a blessing and an honor for our Cincinnati community to gather here today for this special event as a part of Srimati Madhavi Lata's Grand USA Tour. The theme of this gathering, Save Your Dharma, Save Your Temples, carries a very powerful message. Dharma is not just a word, it represents our values, our way of life, our responsibilities, and our spiritual foundation. Temples are not merely structures of stone. They are living institutions. They are centers of devotion, culture, education, and charity and community unity. They shape identity pass the timeless traditions to future generations. Srimati Madhavi Lataji has emerged as a dedicated and a courageous voice advocating for dharmic awarenesses and temple preservation. Through her speeches, outreach efforts, and public engagement, she has been constantly engaging communities to stay informed and proactive about issues affecting temples and religious heritage. Her message reminds us that preserving dharma is not about politics or division, it is about responsibility. It is about understanding our history, valuing our traditions, and ensuring that sacred institutions remain protected and respected. For those of us living outside India, this responsibility carries even a deeper meaning. Our temples here serve as anchor for our children and future generation. They are places where language, culture, spirituality, and community come together. Supporting and strengthening these institutions ensures continuity of her identity. During her USA tour, she has been meeting communities across the country, sharing insights and inspiring thoughtful dialogue. This evening, we have an opportunity to listen, reflect, and understand how each of us can contribute meaningfully in our own capacity. Let us welcome her with our open hearts and attentive minds. Please join me in giving a warm and respectful welcome to Srimati Madhavi Lataji. So we have a person who has written a poetry on Srimati Madhavi Lataji. His name is Ramakant Rao. So he's just coming on the stage and giving her his poetry. Dr. Ramakant Rao.
Anybody knows Telugu? It's corpus. తొలుత వినాయక ప్రార్థనతో ప్రారంభిస్తాను. I will switch between English and Telugu. Poetry I will read in Telugu and explain what it is in English. Vignadvanta nivaranayika tarani విఘ్నాటవీ హవ్యవాట్ విఘ్నవ్యాళ కులశ్చమత్త గరుడో విఘ్నేభ పంచానన విఘ్నతుంగ గిరి ప్రవేదన పవి విఘ్నాబ్ది కుంభోద్భవ విఘ్నౌమేఘ గణ ప్రచండ పవనో విఘ్నేశ్వర పాతు మాం. I will give a few words about our sister Kompalli Madhavi Lataji. She is from Hyderabad city. Because our friends asked me to tell a few words about her, I had to introducing her. Mrs. Kompalli Madhavi Lataji is a devoted servant of Dharma who has embraced strong Hindu values. She is the chairperson of Virinchi Hospital in Hyderabad, a social worker and a philanthropist dedicated to charitable causes. She is a dancer, Bharatanatyam, and Veena expert and singer also. I like to give a small poetic presentation appreciating her greatness. Tumula sumavana mallika komala snehamu virasina కోవిదరమణి ఆమని విరులను చల్లడి ప్రేమను కమనీయ మమత పేరిమిశీల. O jasmine of the flower of garden of Tumuluri, O wise, tender, affectionate, blossomed, scholarly woman, you sprinkle the blossom of spring flowers through your warmth, love, affectionate and friendly behavior. సంతోషపురమున విరసి అంతట ఆరోగ్య గంధమందగజేసే అందాల మధుర హృదయ అందుకో సిన్సినటీ యువసకు ఆహ్వాన విరుల్. Dear flower blossom from the city of Santoshpura, you are spreading everywhere the fragrance of health. O sweet-hearted beauty, receive these teeny offering words of invitation. చదువుల సంపద రాణి మృదువగు సరిగమలలుకు అమృత సుమవాణి అతులిత నాట్యమయూరి వితమరి వితరణ విదూషి వీణాపాణి. O queen of wealth of learning, O softly flowing, gentle nectar sweet voice, O incomparable dancing Tihan, O dedicated duty-minded social worker, Veena scholar. Vidruva Lopamudra. Vidruma means Gayatri Devi. Vidruma Lopamudra Adrija Avanija Sarasija Adbhutavani Maitreyi Ghosha Gargi Rudrama Jhansi Susila Rudrani Namo. O great Gayatri, O Lopamudra, O mountain-born Parvati, O earth-born Sita, O lotus-born Lakshmi, O wonderful Saraswati, O Maitreyi, O Ghosha, O Gargi, O Rudrama, Jhansi, Susila, Rudrani, salutations to you. Kompella Gagana Chandrika, Impagu Mrudu, Madhura Bhashya, Inti Sikhaman, సొంపగు సుందర హృదయ ఒంపుగా అందించు నీదు ఒప్పగు భాష్యం. O radiant moonlight of the sky of Pompella, O gentle sweet words scholar, O diamond glittering lady, O beautiful hearted one, please give your inspirational message in your lecture to us. మంగళము మీకు ఎప్పుడును గంగాధర హరివిరించి కాచునుగాక. మంగపతి వెంకటేశుడు రంగడు మీ కొసగాక రాజిత విజయం. May Auspicious always be with you. May Lord Gangadhara, Hari, Brahma shower blessings upon you. May Lord Mangapati Venkateswara, may Lord Ranganatha bring you victory in every walk of life. Your brother Ramakant.
Thank you, Dr. Ramakantji. It was really nice, well recited. Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava, Acharya devo bhava, Atiti devo bhava, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvardhasadike Sharanye Triambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Jai Guru Bharat Mata Ki Jai. I think today it's my almost 40 or 41st day of my entire trip in US. Looks like a Mandala Diksha I finished today. It's a very, very rare opportunity, and at the same time, pretty astonishing opportunity, to have such wonderful gathering, to listen to a person whose entry has been political, and listening about the Dharma, especially our Sanatana Dharma. From a political leader, I think in itself, it talks about the beginning of dharmic politics and political dharma into Bharat, is what I believe. Because in itself, according to me, it sounds very, 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 very new and different. As I'm sitting here and I'm trying to speak, I can myself feel the new moments coming up into the entire
history of Bharat, where if really political leaders start speaking about Dharma and start applying it, practicing it in life, I think that's where it's not really far to have Ramarajyam in Bharat Desha. And this, let's start with the great verses spoken by Parameshwara in Vishnu Sahasranama word Ramachandra. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvaryam Rama Nama Varahani. This beautiful verse has been spoken by Shiva Uvacha. And this he tells Sri Rama Rameti Rame Manorame. So he's basically telling his beloved, the queen of his heart, Parvati. So he says, hey Manorama, the most beautiful, the queen of my heart. Do you know something? To tell that also, to explain it to his wife. Sri Rama. He has already taken thrice Rama. So when Shiva starts talking about Rama, he's so engulfed into the whole beauty of Rama. And he couldn't stop at one Rama. This often happens with us, right? When we go home, we want something from mother. We say, Amma. We don't tell the actual thing. Ma. But dad, we don't call so many times. Nana. We say, Nana, I need this finished. But with Amma, we don't tell the requirement. We just say, Amma. Amma often tells us, what do you want? Come on, tell me. That's a beauty Shiva feels towards Ramachandra. Sri Rama Rameti. Rame Manorame. He says, the way I can just float in that aura of his name. Ravinchanam. The meaning of Rame is that it's almost this state of an extreme love, a kind of state where you forget yourself as Rama. So he tells us that, oh my beloved, you have no clue wherever I say Rama. I just float in the entire energy and the aura of that name, because that name sounds so delicate to me and so lovable to me. Sahasranama Tattvaryam. Shiva is supposed to be a very strong personality, a robust personality. And such God talks about the most delicate personality called Rama. So we often think that somebody who prays Anjaneya Swami will be very strong. That's how we decide. Oh, she does Durga Puja. She should have been very, very strong. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. In fact, most delicate people love the most strong, and the most strong people love the most delicate. That's the beauty of nature. We often see that's a very strong husband has a very soft wife, and a very strong wife has a very soft husband. That's when they blend together. Or the husband appears to be strong but have been very delicate from heart. The wife appears to be soft but have been very strong by the heart. The whole Sanatana Dharma is so difficult to understand. That's the reason we have the science of astrology. Do you know why we have astrology and why people check for astrological sciences to get to individual married? To answer your LGBTQ, ABCD, FGT, LM, OBQRS. If you look at an astrological chart, the chart picks up your star. The star has a malefic and feminine angle to every star. The same star which is malefic, it's taken by a girl, she behaves different. Same star, malefic, it's taken by a boy, he behaves different. And in that there are 4 padas, the 4 sections. Each section has its own way to exhibit. And when this particular star with this particular pada goes and falls into a particular house in the 12 houses of astrological chart, in the zodiac sign as the sun ascendant, that's nothing but Lagna. In the combination, the person behaves as something else because that's a personality. For example, if you have to take a Revati and put it in Meenam, she behaves different. And the Revati in Mesham behaves different. Revati Nakshatram in Kumbham behaves different. Because this Lord is Shani, that Lord is Guru, the other Lord is Mars, Puja. So they understand who she or he is by nature as a personality from inside, from outside. How do they behave when they are irritated? What is the relationship with mother? What's the relationship with father? What is his or her relationship with their siblings? What could be the relationship with the spouse parents? It's nothing but the DNA and RNA of a personality. That's the reason they say that you need to supposed to check the astrological chart of two individuals. It is nothing but you are checking with two DNA, RNA, kind of a blood test, then bringing two people together so that with all the human effort and the astrological sciences, we ensure that we don't let such people depart in life. That's the reason we do not have a concept called divorce. So the entire homework has been done before. So that we do our best. It's exactly like picking up the best job, picking up the best shirt, picking up the size shoe of our size. So that you don't bite us, you don't trouble us, female like cloth, female like leather. But where did everything go wrong? It's because that we had so much of science behind this Dharma that at a point of time, the learned, the Saptarishis, they all felt that would be too cumbersome. See, if you, for example, if you were to understand how food gets digested into the body, you eat the saliva glands, you chew, where from the saliva glands release the saliva, what happens to the saliva, what is the pH of the saliva, then you bite it, then you chew it, the molars, the premolars, the set of teeth, how do you chew, where do you chew, what percentage of it gets chewed into your mouth, then how does it go through the esophagus with the peristaltic movements, get into your stomach walls, stomach acids, and then there again the sphincter opening back, then you will get. Imagine from there till the excretion. Do you learn the process and eat food? Dead, gone, we are all. But that doesn't mean that process doesn't exist. It's not that you become a doctor and then eat food. You eat food and become doctor one fine day. That is what Sanatana Dharma felt. Sanatana Dharma is like the entire digestion process. It knew the science. Eating food is following Sanatana Dharma. So you eat food. Don't deprive yourself from eating food. Keep yourself healthy. Attain an age and maturity. Do other things in life. Be happy. After following ample enough, and finding, and people like me retire. Suddenly think, let me now understand Sanatana Dharma and give it back to the people in whatever ways that means we can. Somebody gives it to Bhakti Marga, somebody does it as Sangeeta Marga, somebody does it as charity, as a Marga and a way, somebody does it as politics, which is very rare. Maybe we need to kickstart right now that process also into politics. Somebody, they do free marriages. A lot of things. Somebody try to get jobs for people. So, how to apply Dharma as a nature, eventually after understanding it, often after maturing, is only after you follow, you understand it. That's the reason, even the Vedic verses also, they first make the child by heart, the verses. Then they say, my dear, now you have by hearted enough. So you do not have to see the book to understand which word I am explaining to you. So first they teach verses, then they teach the bhashya. You don't teach word to word meaning, then life never will be enough to learn. Once it is understood, then it is easy to apply. It's as simple as we teach tables to children. When child is learning tables, that's not your pattern. Way back in Bharat, that's the pattern. First to teach tables. We never tell how tables are formed. No. Once you learn tables, you learn additions, you learn subtractions, you learn divisions, you know the basic technique of mathematics. Then the child goes to be shocked, then you tell, you know how much I have given you, how much did you give it back? That land had its own style to present knowledge to human beings. That is the reason when C.V. Raman had to tell, he told what he had to tell. You all need to understand that we cannot question the Sanatana Dharma's practices because as much as we cannot question the food is not going into the stomach and then getting out of the body. If we try to understand at the food level, we are stuck to drink water, then to do other things in life, where we will just remain with the food itself. That's the reason Sanatana Dharma says, first learn what it is. Then they have upgraded into our lifestyle. Simple lifestyle, I'll get you for 5 examples. Sanatana Dharma told, please get up in the morning before sun could rise. Give arghya to sun. There are no caste here. Please, first of all, we need to remember all of us. Let's throw this caste system out. It's spoiling our lives. Dharma is going nowhere because of this caste system. At least I do not believe in that. I believe in karma. Each one of us, whatever deeds we have done, we will ultimately land up there. You do good deeds, you land up to a good direction. Your deeds are not good, at the end you will land up wherever you have to land up. You all may have questions. Bad people constantly make a lot of, they grow in life, so they are only growing to fall one side. You don't worry about that. When good people grow, they grow steadily. They don't wobble. They look steady. They look strong. They look peaceful. They're sturdy. They know what they're thinking. Nothing troubles them here. They sleep well here. They eat well here. But this guy who looks to be growing, he can't do all these things in life. So what we look at is not what actually is true, and what we look at and process is not what actually could process properly. So never think you are able to process because you are growing big, older, richer. No. Or you have learned a lot of verses and you are everyday practicing the verses. No. Now you may ask, then we also today learn a lot of verses. And after learning the verses, then one fine day we can understand the meaning of it. You can't apply this to today's world because we are not following Gurukula system. In Gurukula system, when we learn, we are along with the teacher in this ecosystem called Gurukula. Where by learning this, we also look at how the Guru lives his life. We look at that the Guru lives a very simple life. We see that the student has to go to Bhikshakana. He has to go every day and ask, Amma Bhiksham Dehi. A brahmachari should ask. Why? Because there are two things in it. When you are learning an intense subject called Vedas, you should have the humbleness to give it away. You can't give it with you. If I learn Durga Suktam, I can't be doing Durga Suktam for sake of my family. I should do Durga Suktam for the larger family. So, it doesn't really matter if I've learned some Vedic, if I've learned Rudram, I can't do Rudram for my son, my daughter, my husband. It needs to be done for the larger cause. Why? It has once upon a time been taught to a community thinking that it will serve the local Kalyanam. Now the community is great. Somebody has to take up some responsibility. Right? A Kshatriya takes the responsibility to take care of the kingdom. Does he take a knife, sword to take care of his wife? But Antapuram, no. The Antapuram is the last thing which be protected. Poor fellow, they die in Antapuram also if there's a war. King may not return back home also. So king picks up this sword not for his family. The Brahmin cannot pick up Veda verses for his family. Finished. You cannot read them for your family. And not to do that. How do you disconnect that bond? You disconnect that bond by bringing their ego down. You need to first curb the ego. For which what you do? You don't let them wear footwear. You should be grounded on the earth. They cannot wear Angavastram, not in America. Why? Simplicity. Ekavastram is enough. Second thing, which is very, very important. They cannot wear any jewelry but for piercing their ears. It has a scientific technical knowledge of it. It keeps the brain awakening. And eventually I believe that a lot of now studies are happening that this kind of a piercing also will help in cancerous treatments. I don't know. Till it is not proved, it looks very absurd to even speak about that. So such person, such brahmachari goes to house and speaks, says that Amma Bhikshan Dehi. Everybody is Amma, Matra Sarupini for a brahmachari. And when he picks it and brings that, he gives it to Guru Patni. He is not supposed to cook. Means a brahmachari is not supposed to burn his hands. You can't make a brahmachari cook food. You should never make a brahmachari for near the Agni. Why? He does Agni Karyam for another thing. He does Agni Karyam for all his kind of good deeds to get energy, but he is not supposed to cook. Would you be surprised when should he cook? I'll come there also. And then that is where he learns to assist and help his Guru Patni. Go take the load of Guru. Means what is happening? The 16 years when he is in Gurukulam, he is learning to understand the load of his father. See, when we see our own parents like this, we do not understand how hard they are working. So they are sent to Gurukulas. Boys are sent to Gurukulas to see Guru Patni and Guru understand who this is. Now when my parents work hard. अक्सर होता है ना, often this is how घर का मुर्गी दाल बराबर होते हैं ना. So it's like, मुर्गी पूरा रुचिगा ఉంటుంది. That means that you often can recognize and understand when you see somebody else doing the hard work, not your own kid. That's the reason the kid is sent to Guru. And who is Guru? Then the Guru takes care of the student as a father. And Guru Patni takes care of him as a mother. Even a mother may not be able to scold. Then the Guru Patni scolds because she is worried about, detached but still attached and worried that when the child goes away, how would he go, man? Everybody will tell, the boy has come from this Gurukulam. Today is not able to stand up on his legs. So Guru Patni takes that pride of ensuring that the child stands up when the child goes out of the Gurukulam. So she is not mother for her child, she becomes a universal mother. And such Guru Patni, whom we think women are not taught Vedas, just by hearing she learns entire Veda. Before marriage from father, after marriage from husband. Nobody needs to make her sit and teach her the Veda also. Do you teach fish how to swim? We have lost these practices. That's the reason at Gurukulam, the boy is not entangled with other responsibilities. He only understands the responsibilities of a family, looking at new couple called Guru Patni. Go get food. That's it. Today you go to some shop or some Costco, go buy things. Every day mother and father will go to buy things. Mostly I think women goes to buy things. Women should never go to buy things. You should send men to go to buy things. Some should go out buying things. We've turned everything upside down. Now who is women? We thought going and buying, spending money is empowering ourselves. No, we are empowered women. That's what Durga Suktam says. A woman is powerful in the home. Even Ramadasu, what does he say? Ye tirugananu దయచూచెదవో ఇనవంచోతమ రామ నారదరమ భవ సాగర నీతను నడియదడే క్షణ woman doesn't say you have to take care of the family. Woman always knows what to do. She doesn't get tired. She's ready for the next day morning again sunrise. Only a man does, oh my God, I have to take care of this family, man. Now what happened? Men started doing women's job, women started doing men's job. See, I'm not here to comment anybody. I'm just telling that if dharma it's lost its track, it's because the most powerful Shakti called women, her role has got derailed. The Durga Suktam says, Jata Veda says, Navama Soma Marati Yato Nidagha Kivedaga Sanah Parishatati Durgani Vishwa Naveva Sindhum Durita Dyagni Tham Agnivarnam Tapasa Jvalantim Vairojani Karma Paleshu Jushtham Durga Devi Gum Sharanamaham Prabhadhye Sutarasi Tarase Namaha. Entire Durga Suktam says only one thing. Hey Agni, the color of Agni, the one who comes out very pure as Agni, one who has the capabilities to kill, to burn the enemies within me, outside, one who can help me to sail through this entire family and society on a beautiful board which talks about the energy, Shakti. One who should praise the Almighty, the Bhagavati, like Atri Mahamuni, because Atri has conquered 3 number. That means is above because of his devotion and his sturdiness, his simplicity, his plainness, his clarity is about the 3 Trimurti Swarupa. So Atri, that's what the meaning of Atri. The entire thing, the Durga Suktam, there is only one thing. How great the fire is. And ultimately it is that this fire is woman. Such Agni is woman, Durga, Durgam. What is Durga? What is not possible? So who is woman? Woman is who does what is not possible by anybody on the earth. Family is impossible to handle, she handles it. Sanatana Dharma is nothing but Prakriti Dharma. If sun doesn't do its job, moon doesn't do its job, water doesn't do its job, air doesn't do its job, dharti doesn't do its job, what happens? There's nothing, there's only calamity. The Sanatana Dharma is facing calamity. Simple, one line. Because ultimately, Stri, who is Agni Swarupini, who is Durga, is the one who takes forward the Dharma from one generation to another generation. She is the palanquin bearer of the Dharma. And that's the reason she is so powerful. We start our whole life with one single statement called Matrudevo. Why do you think Dharma didn't put Pitrudeva Bhava first? It's because man goes out in search of bread and butter. But before going out, she energizes him. After coming out from the home to home back, she energizes him. She energizes the children. She energizes the family, the ecosystem, the financial strength, the strength to stand up. Man goes out, he comes home. I couldn't do this today. I couldn't make my earning this much today. I failed in my promotion. Whom should he talk to? Woman doesn't tell you. Today, 5 visits were more to clean up. There were 2 more guests. I spoke a little more. There were clothes that I come to wash more. She is more interested in to solve husband's problems actually. You're not understanding me. She has still ample energy with her to guide husband. She's very smart at thinking because she's fearless. Woman is fearless. We need to understand that. The fearlessness of a woman needs to be adored. To have woman back as Durga. Durga is not somebody who fights. Durga is somebody who solves that is not solvable. The one which has no solution is the Shakti who gives solution is Durga. How do we think usually Durga? Durga means somebody who fights. No. If fighting is the ultimate requirement, maybe we should go and fight. And that is what is Durga. Even Durga sends Kali to go and kill and fight. She gives an idea, okay, go. This is my point, okay. To tell this in Sanatana Dharma, they have tried to give women a different kinds of capacities and roles. Saraswati, female. Lakshmi, female. Mother goddess, female. Anu kills Kali, female. Anu cries Jeshta Devi, female. One who offers even to Agni, Agni has to take it high up. Very righteously to Indra and Vishnu. He says Swaha, wife of Agni. So continuously it is being told without any confusion. We need to respect women. Recognize women, appreciate women, award and reward also women. This is very important. And such women should be humble to husband. Why she should be humble to husband? Like the brahmachari has to go and ask Amma Bhikshan Dehi. Because this brahmachari after a point of time is going to become the highest in knowledge and with the kind of Vedic verses and the Vedic knowledge that he has. With the Gayatri Mantra Shakti, Gayatri again, female goddess. With the Shakti that he has with Sandhya Vandanam and the Dvikala, Agni Karyam and Trikala Sandhya Vandanam, this guy if he does it staunchly, that individual does not require any other mantra upasana. Finished, he can do whatever he wants. Such powerful man, right from childhood, is taught to be humble. And during his brahmacharya time, is taught to say Amma Bhiksham. Thus, women also is such Shakti Sarupini. If Shakti is not taught to be humble to one, and you don't know what Shakti will happen. So Shakti should have humbleness. Shakti is not one who burns. Shakti is one who cooks. It's a cooking form of the Agni. It is the Agni form around which you do your marriage. It is a fire of Agni in a warrior to go win the war. Agni is energy. And such impeccable energy is women. So such women is taught to be humble. Why? This humbleness will teach her bonds. Then she serves for the bond. And such bond for her is taught to be humble to husband. Why? There needs to be a bond for her to use the energy. To whom would she use this energy to? If she has no bonds. That is why it's been told in Sanatana Dharma that the women needs to be constantly recognized. And when Shakti is not recognized, all of us know why only Shakti when men want to be recognized. That's the reason they go out. But does women have no ability to go out and handle the world? She can somehow manage it. But can man come back to handle the family? Actually, no. Actually, no. Speaking frankly, no. He's very happy. He can perform any multiples outside. If she not only handles the family, but also becomes his advisor. The advisor role has been removed like a plug out. Now, is it because of any specific reasons? No. We all need to know that. That is how beautifully Sanatana Hindu Dharma wife and husband used to live. That's the reason we give Parvati Parameshwara example, we give Lakshmi Mahavishnu example. And why are we today struggling in this women empowerment cycle? Why do we even use this word women empowerment? I feel it's like an abuse whenever I hear that women empowerment. Who would empower us? I can't understand. Are we jobless to be empowered? You empower jobless fellow. You empower illiterate fellow by giving education. You empower a physically handicapped fellow by giving one thing to walk or do wheelchair. What does that empower women as though she has some problem in life? We need to stop using this word called women empowerment. We do not have this word in Sanatana Dharma. None of the Bharatiya languages say this. They're constantly saying you are Durga. And constantly you want to import this word called women empowerment. Where will this all end to? No. Then you may have a very nice question saying that then why are we in a stage wherever we are? It's not because men want to show the supremacy. It's because for the last 2000 years, men have been protecting us. We need to know that. There was a time when women used to be part of man's business, economic system, ecosystem. If you can understand, a simple example I will tell you. Overnight, nobody will become Ahilyabai Holkar. Overnight, nobody will become Jhansi Lakshmibai. Okay? Ahilyabai Holkar, Jhansi Lakshmibai, Rani Rudramadevi, Channamma, Abbakka, Padmavati. I can give you every six such foreign women name. You can't. What does that mean? That means that the Bharatiya Sanatana Dharma ecosystem always has taught women also all kind of warrior skills. They are not somebody who just used to sit at home and cook. No. The reason why cooking was given to them and Annapurna made us a goddess is because mother only knows how to feed a baby. If you give a small baby to a woman, the way she feeds, the same baby given to a man, he feeds. Poor fellow is not bad, it's very good. He loves to feed a child. If you can see, fathers want to feed a child, but you always feel they cannot do it. In fact, you know what? A father has a more motherly tinct in him. You always want to show the child you have more affection than your mother. And mother is very strict with children. Because mother is an organizer, she puts discipline at the same time she knows how to feed a child. We lost the discipline of the family the moment we lost the women of the house. And how did we lose the women of the house? Is because of the 2000 years of conquest that has happened on Bharat. See, we do not put iron in a gold locker. We put gold in an iron locker. In the whole process of protecting the women of our house from the conquerors, it could be Persian conquerors, it could be Spanish, it could be French, it could be Mughal, it could be British, it could be Nizam. Our women were so adorable. They were so beautiful. They used to wear the most elegant dress called a sari worn in a dhoti style. It looks like a very nice pants at the same time, very beautiful, very elegant, all the time worn pants. Still working very hard. They used to get up in the morning, and men also used to get up in the morning. Women used to get up half an hour before man. The work used to be together, and they used to go for the work, whether it is a job, whether it is an entrepreneurship. You need to have, like man who works on iron, man who works in gold, man who works with the carpentry works, man who works with the earthen material, man who works in the farm, whatever it is. In the afternoon, women, once finishes of all her work, used to take a carrier and the lunch box and used to go to the place where husband works. The both used to sit together and eat food. Then the man used to take a nap, not a woman. That's her power, that's her capacity. She used to work in his business for that 1 hour when the man used to sleep. Within that 1 hour, woman knows what's the problem, pros and cons that are happening in the business on that day. Then she wakes him up, goes back home. In the evening, at this time of 6, 7, they all used to finish their dinner and go to temples. Because temples used to be the place of dharma activities, economic activities, cultural activities, social relationship activities, activities about knowledge and history. Every day there used to be activity. Once it is done and they reach home, they used to have grandparents at home. And children used to sleep with grandparents after an age. And that is when, and grandparents, how they used to put them to sleep? They used to tell all Ramayana, Bharata, local folklore stories, used to tell to children, the grandparents. That's how a child again used to get come and connected to them. Everybody had a role in those days. And now the husband used to express his problems and his issues in the workplace. Because this afternoon, 1.5 hour, woman used to go there and work. That is when she used to advise the husband. We lost this ecosystem. She used to advise him. And whatever it is with him, he used to hand over the money, the earnings to the wife. He never kept the tension of how to run 30 days. It's a husband who used to understand a wife used to know how to run the 30 days. She used to be the finance manager of the home. Imagine that multifaceted woman who has become the support system and spine of man. If there would have been any issues between them, just answer me one logic. How can in 15th century India or Bharat contributed 25% of world's economy? Simply, if somebody has answer for this time, because one person cannot make it. Both have to together work to make an economy to go to that level. Is today America the 25% of world's economy? No, it isn't. Everybody is working here, right? Still it is not. Why? Because people work here in competition. In 15th century, Bharat people in the family together, they worked with hard money, peace, love and affection. That all difference it makes. This is not what I am saying. There is no illogical statement here. You can check back to see what is the Indian economy, Bharatiya economy in 15th, 14th centuries. That's the reason we were called Golden Bird, which has become a huge attraction for Gulf, Middle East, and all European countries, because then America was not there to come invade us. And they didn't know. Because of whom Bharat was doing so many. They all invaded. The moment they invaded, they figured, oh my God, how come we never respect our women in our places? How come they give so much of prominence to women here? We had all matriarchal families only. We never had patriarchal. What is matriarchal? What is patriarchal? Not wife beating husband matriarchal, not husband beating wife is patriarchal. No. Matriarchal and patriarchal means every decision is taken by man is patriarchal families. If women plays a major role, because we do not have these kind of one-sided terminologies in Dharma. That's the reason it becomes very difficult for us to explain in English language, unfortunately. We do not have patriarchal, but when you see that mostly patriarchal, it means that women played a major role in family. So it was togetherness. Even you know why women didn't want, we do not have the tradition of giving a shake hand. You know when shake hand is given? In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it is given as a pani grahana in marriage. Before that, there is no shake hand by man and women. Both after that, man and women, they don't shake hand anybody else outside. It's an energy that flow from a man to woman. We all know that, right? When fellows have to attract women, they know how to give a shake hand to a woman. There's a thought that goes behind the shake hand. That's the reason we have this process. Thank you, boss. The energy which is in my body will only sustain in me. The energy in my body, and you know, all Bharatiya, they have all kind of Anushtana. What is Anushtana? Not to take a mantra and keep sitting and chanting 10,000, 1 lakh times, no. For a man, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava. For a student, Acharya Devo Bhava. For a wife, Pati Devo Bhava. Kid, girl, boy, doesn't matter. And after this, man picks up Gayatri Mantra, woman picks up Mangala Gauri. And in fact, if I have to go to the next level, woman chants husband's mantra and husband chants wife's mantra. That is how Parvati Parmeshwara, they chant both mantras of each other. That's respect. Simple respect. Nowhere in the entire Sanatana Dharma has placed women anywhere less. No. First, please kindly remove it from your mind. We do not have Women's Day in our life. We have every day is a Women's Day. They remember once in a while Mother's Day. For us, every day is a Mother's Day. Every day we are supposed to say Matra Devo Bhava. We do not have one Father's Day. Every day we are supposed to say Pitra Devo Bhava and go out of the home. For 365 days we have Mother's Day and Father's Day. Because we start saying Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava. One fellow with white painted skin says today is Matra Devo Bhava, Mother's Day. We feel so great to give one flower to go and mother. That's it. 364 days she doesn't do anything to us. She cooks 364 days to us. Shamelessly we all eat. Take her help. Take her love. And just because some giddy fellow does one day to tell Mother's Day, we tell Mother's Day on that. Why? Because we forgot to say Matra Devo Bhava every day. And what's possible? Poor fellow slogs goes out, comes home. Even before spending from his pocket, he'll think 110 times, maybe I should buy this to my son also, my daughter also. When a father buys a car, most of you do not know, if your children, father thinks when my son grows big, I'm going to buy a better car than this tree. It's a tend to think that father undergoes about his children, son and daughter, son and daughter. If he goes to any marriage, no, I'm going to perform my daughter's marriage better than this. No, I'm going to get a son-in-law better than this. I'm going to put my children better to high school than this. I'm going to get a better college than this. So we are supposed to say Pitra Devo Bhava every day. Not once in a year. And when such people constantly every day touch the feet of mother and father and say Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, such people without their knowledge, they start generating energies in them. And as these energies keep growing, each chakra starts opening up. That's the reason we do not give shake hand to anybody, even men to men also, because your Japa Shakti goes away there. And what is Japa Shakti? You following the Dharma. Saying Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava humbly. Imagine, will such children ever go against parents? And what do parents do? Parents don't behave as parents, they behave as good couples. You need to be good wife and husband, not good mother and father. A good wife and husband are always good mother and father. But a good mother and father need not be good wife and husband. It's very important to be good wife and husband. Because children see such institution and grow up. If we are good couples, it's because our parents were good couples. Their parents were good couples. Their parents were good couples. What is good couple? Not compromising, understanding. You don't compromise, you understand. As much as we try to understand the boss in the office, we need promotion, we need good salary, we try to understand the boss. We can compromise 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Lifetime we can't compromise with anybody. We only understand them. So we need to understand each other. When such invasions happened into Bharat, the others thought that it is a man and only the patriarchal structure which is earning so much. But when they saw, oh my God, it is Dhanishwara Shakti that's in Bharat that's making Bharat a golden bird. They were understood. 3 things should be done on this land of Bharat. 1, kill the power of women on this land. 2, demolish the universities. 3, break the unity among Sanatana Dharma Hindus by creating caste system within them. These 3 things are successfully done. And we became prey to it. Otherwise, Bharatiya Sanatana man is the most adorable man. If you want to know how great Hindu man is, just understand your father. Your father is adorable. Such fathers do not exist in any part of the world. But he is not able to, is confused genetically now, last 2000 years. He's worried, he's irritated, he only handles the job all alone, he handles the financial pressure all alone at a period 40-50 years ago. Till then, because they had to protect women from these kind of people who invaded, so the women started staying at home. Now you tell me what happens if you lock Shakti at home. Shakti can never be locked. You cannot put Shakti, you can't take fire in your hand and hold and say, I'll hold it. For 1800 years, 1600 years, 1900 years, Shakti in Bharat is like this. And protecting, man got obsessed. He doesn't even know how to do, what to do. He's irritated. And she's become restless. Because of what? The historic challenges that happened on us. Today we do not have that. So instead of questioning that Dharma did not give freedom to women, instead of questioning, Dharma gave a man who thinks that I am powerful, I am high in the home. No. Dharma gave a beautiful couple called Adi Dampatas, Shiva and Parvati. Sanatan Dharma gave a couple who are as lovable as Lakshmi and Vishnu. Sanatan Dharma gave the most knowledgeable father like Brahma and the most melodious mother called Saraswati. So we need to understand the power of Dharma. To understand power of Dharma, instead of questioning Dharma, just because to prove that Dharma is wrong, let's humbly ask the Dharma that who you are. What is this? The gods and the whole episode, their explanation Everything looks so beautiful and goody-goody. Then why are you butterflies? So now please consider gods as not idols, but gods as personalities. That's where you will start understanding. So Rama is not Jai Shri Ram. Rama is a personality with 16 qualities. Now you dig, who is Rama? Is it just a Jai Shri Ram Nara, or is it beyond that? Understand who is Krishna. Understand who Durga is. Understand who Saraswati is. Understand who Radha is. They are beyond the names and titles, and we just coming and popping in front of them. Beyond that. To understand who they are, I'll give you only a simple one-line formula. Pick the god or goddess that you like. No logic. You go to a shop, you suddenly like a sari. Oh, this is something very beautiful. You don't give logic. Men go to a shop, it's just like a shoe, it's just like a tie. You don't give logic. So just choose the god or goddess whom you love. For some good reason you like them. No logic. Go to the temple. Do not talk in a temple, please. Don't stop talking in a temple. Sit in front of that god or goddess with your family. Close your eyes. Ask the god to get introduced to you. Hey Rama, kaun hai? Ram, 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 Ram. What should be a sankalpa? Please let me know who you are. And please help me to be like you. Please help me to understand what made you God. Please help me to imbibe your qualities within me. Give me the energy, give me the solution to clear hurdles by myself. And let me understand that because I'm a human, hurdles keep coming and going. Help me to stand strong, undeterred. Because problems have come to Rama also, and Krishna also. Problems have come to Durga also. So problems come to everybody. They have come for Satya Harishchandra also. Dharmaraja also. Problems don't leave anybody. The moment you have life, problems come. Shuklam, Haradaram, Vishnu, Shashivardhanam, Chaturbhujam, Sannavadaram, Dhyaye, Sarva Vignopa, Shantaye. The sentence doesn't say Sarva Vignopa, Nirmolaye. No. Shantaye. They're going to calm down. Please calm down. The slow also doesn't say remove it. Problem shall never be removed. They're going to calm down. So you need to ask God, give me your personality to help me to calm down my problems and keep crossing it. Peaceful. Sanatana Dharma is the most beautiful Dharma, which has a lot of logic, science, prosperity, and peace in it. It's time we all need to settle down mentally, peacefully, and start respecting each other. Whether it is man to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman, man to man, doesn't really matter. We need to respect each other. We need to understand each other. We need to walk together. And such strong community will stand up for itself without fear. Will stand strong, undeterred. Jai Bolo Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you, Srimati Madhavi Lataji. It was amazing. I was mesmerized with your speech. Oh my God, we need more of this in our Cincinnati here. So today we have a few questions from our community. So I'll start with the first one. As we all know that it is very difficult to unite Sanatana Hindus. Unfortunately, what are your suggestions to unite Hindus? From Sandeep Shah.
I would request us unite the family. Because Dharma is not anywhere. Dharma is with first you as an individual, your family, your children, your parents, your wife's parents, your relatives, their relatives, your friends, friends' families. So we need to first understand that do I as an individual am following dharma? And the first rule of dharma says, what you do not like somebody else to behave with you, you cannot behave the same thing with the other person or else. It can be your child, it can be your wife, it can be your husband also. Suppose you do not like, when you are reading, when you are looking at this TV, simple example. If you get irritated, somebody changes the channel. You cannot change the channel of your child when he's seeing the, she's seeing the. Can you do this? That is dharma. Why? How the child is different from you? If you are trying to cook food, hot water or anything that's hot, somebody comes and irritates you from the back, try it out once. So if your wife is also cooking, you cannot disturb the wife. You need to wait till she finishes the cooking. Or request her to take a break, I need to talk to her. Applies to man and woman both. No discrimination of gender either. So what you think cannot be applied to you by somebody else that will disturb your happiness and peace, remember that you cannot apply the same to anybody else other than you, to the other person. It can be child, wife, husband, friend, anybody. So first start with your family. So you need to teach in the family this softness, this harmony, this give and take respect. And when such families stand up strong, the neighborhood looks at such family. And such family should teach. If you want to be head of the family, every day you are supposed to go to temple. Because Sanatana Dharma believes you should be protected 7 days, not one Sunday, one Friday. Other days you don't want to be protected or what. That's the reason you all have a question, right? Others, they go one day very strong. Sanatana Dharma tells you need to be strong 7 days because you eat 7 days, you sleep 7 days, you breathe 7 days. So you need God 7 days. You need to go with your family 7 days. Whether you can do it or not on this busy schedule is God knows. For 10 minutes, just go silently say. So, whoever asked this question, please understand that. Do not worry about that Sanatana Dharma Hindu. Let's worry about this Sanatana Dharma Hindu. Start from here. Then help the family to follow. If such policies are applied by everybody here, don't you think this community itself is Sanatana Dharma strong Dharma? Second thing, do not comment about anybody. First, let's stop commenting about our own Hindus. Because we do not know how many mistakes we are doing. I do not know how many mistakes I am doing.
Thank you so much. That's a really well said answer. Definitely, we have to start from home, everything. Thank you.
You please need not tell me the name of the person. You can just give the question.
Okay, sure. Thank you. As an inspiration, tell us about inner strength to do more complex and big things.
To understand inner strength, what?
As an inspiration, tell us about your inner strength to do more complex and big things.
It is about my inner strength. So why get inner strength?
Yes.
Because every day I realize which Sanatana Dharma thing I didn't follow or I have neglected or I disrespectfully I behave towards it. But the simple thing is, today my most important dharma is to follow what, suppose if I love Mangala Gauri, I keep questioning myself. I love Shakti, right? Because I love Stree, the whole form of women as an embodiment of Shakti. So mostly I am a great lover and devotee of Shiva Parvati. Today people think I am a superpower woman. So you are thinking me as a superpower is different. Such superpower that she still behave as a humble wife at home or not is a lesson every day I teach myself. So do I become more superpower because I do not listen to my husband, or should I become a superpower after listening to my husband? Is I question every day myself. So I every day introspect to myself. To be a superpower, to be Kali, Durga, Parvati, Mangalagari. So a woman has to be all this. Should be Matadeva, mother for everybody. Can I understand the ecosystem around me as a woman, as a chef? Can I be still humble? Can I still be detached? While I'm teaching all of you, every time, as I speak, I question myself. Do I have the right to tell this to everybody? Am I following it? Am I following it? Am I following it? I think that's my energy, that to ensure, retrospect, introspect, everything from my perspective, that Madhavi, do you follow it? If you do not, you have no right to tell anybody else. So if I've done a mistake, I go back to say sorry to whomever I said. And I again start following it. But dharma only you have the right to tell somebody when you follow it. Maybe that's a Shakti.
Awesome, thank you. Definitely, I'm sure you follow it. Love it. Thank you. And the third question we have is, in the context of preserving Hindu temples and attracting more youth participation, what kind of measures are to be taken, especially for the youth born and brought up in this country?
I would say the temple should now take up the language of the land. Temple should start celebrating Mother's Day on the name of Matru Devo Bhava. Temple should start celebrating Father's Day on the name of Pitru Devo Bhava. Temple should start celebrating Teacher's Day on the name of Gurudev, Gurudevo Bhava. Temple should start celebrating Valentine's Day on the name of caring and loving and sharing. Get the children, get the parents. Prepare something at the temple on the name of Valentine's. Go and serve the needy. On a Thanksgiving Day, temple should perform in its language. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. That's what you do it. On a Thanksgiving Day, maybe you should say, go, give a cow hug. The children in a temple saying that I have the cow because it gives me cheese, it gives me mayonnaise, it gives me, I don't know, whatever, butter, all kinds of mozzarellas, everything that's in the pizza, burgers. It gives all that. Who gives? Cow gives ultimately, right? And how do you not know that you should love cow? If the Gen Z, younger generation is so considerate to somebody who is unknown, every day you're eating its product. But you're not teaching the Gen Z to be nice to it, right? You're not letting the Gen Z do Thanksgiving to a cow. You need to thank the cow. So language is this land's language. Action should be your dharma action. Then the child should understand, oh, what they speak, we do it. We thank the cow. We go to temple on Thanksgiving Day, we hug it. We know. On a Valentine's Day, it's about sharing and caring, right? Yes, we go, or you see on a Valentine's Day, you put a huge box. Tell them that every family, every child on a Valentine's Day, give what you can give. Make a list that will be useful for temple. On a Valentine's Day with love from Sirisha, so-and-so class. I love my God. I love temple. On a Valentine's Day. What does it mean? And schools can celebrate first class Valentine's Day. Why can't temple celebrate Valentine's Day?
Beautifully said.
It's ultimately whether you pick up the. See, then child finds it very difficult to be easy. You're not understanding it. The child finds it very easy. Then they will know how to correlate this language to the dharma action. If somebody asks, what did you do on Mother's Day? Then Matru Devo Bhava, my temple has a celebration today. All mothers come and we go and we give a red flower to my mother. We touch their feet. We celebrate very grand Mother's Day. But we call it as Matru Devo Bhava. You call it as Mother's Day.
I love your idea of this. We are definitely going to implement in this temple for that. Going forward. And the next question we have is, I heard you did homeschooling for your kids. So want to understand why and any suggestion for our kids, this generation kids, public schooling or homeschooling?
See, why I have done homeschooling is a very peculiar answer. I never wanted my children to cry. They never went smiling to school. I could never drop them like that. So one fine day I decided, is it so necessary that my child should cry and study? Okay. Then I started giving excuses. Vedabala Siksha used to be a book way back. Till 6 years, mothers and grandparents used to teach Vedabala Siksha, used to be a book with concise, full information in that. It used to be such a huge book. Actually, it used to come in Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, all the languages. I brought over the Hindi side of it. So then, till 6 years, I have time, I need not send my child. After 6 years, the child was not ready to leave me and go. So we used to play. Then I thought, okay, let me teach Ramayana, Bharata, Bhagavad. I taught them that. Then I thought, let me teach Panchatantra. I taught them that. Then I thought, okay, let me teach Shoda Shubhachara. Then they learned Shoda Shubhachara. Then I thought, let me teach how to make prasadam. They learned that. Now it was 10 years, then it was time they to learn. They started studying at the age of 10. By 12, they gave 10th boards. By 15, they got into IIT. But is the process so easy? Definitely not. But 23 years I was locked at home, I didn't go anywhere. Now, is this what you should follow? No. But similar something like this, yes. I think it's time we should make Hindu American schools. That means not your one-day school or 1 hour school weekend. No. It's a complete academy school. But you teach American subjects here. By Americans, maths, English, science, but we teach our history chosen by us, which is true, but then chosen by some of the great people, great personalities. We teach Sanskrit, we teach Kalairi, we teach music on the name of music therapy. Morning it starts with a Saraswati Vandana. At the lunch we have Sattvic lunch. We do Annapurna Ashtotram or Annapurna Shatakam. So we need to have control on what and how you, especially it's exactly like a Jewish school. We need to start our schools. There's a small plan in my entire trip. I'm participating, I'm trying to become the, I'm trying to give all my ideologies thought into that. To start the first Houston American Academy School. So I would wish that, if you all can volunteer, come forward. In whatever way you can fund that school, we all together should start the first school. And I want that school, after seeing Houston, I think we need to start that. And once it starts and is successful, we can start that school across America. It is in the best interest of the children, because it's time we teach them. It's time that we teach that the peace, the prosperity of dharma. Which is very, very important, because this dharma has never taught violence. This dharma has never taught violence. And dharma itself means justice, righteousness. And it is very, very important for us to learn good out of everything. Whatever good that you think you have learned from this land, we need to combine it with our strength called dharma. Because this land has given us opportunity. This is a land of opportunity. It has made you wealthy. You all know that. It has given you a position and a status in a shortest possible period in the world. So it's time that we also give back to the land. How do we give back? We can only give back to the land if we strengthen Sanatana Dharma. Because Sanatana Dharma is the only Dharma which says very strong 3 sentences. Dharma Rakshati Rakshita. You be truthful, you be righteous, you do justice to this land. It gives you back what? It protects. Second, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. The non-violence that this dharma teaches you, it is the utmost quality every Sanatani Hindu should acquire and implement. Third, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. We are the only people who believe highest form of secularism. Even before the word was coined. Sarve, everybody, Janaha, every human being. Sukhino should be happy, Bhavantu, let it happen so. And this dharma teaches us Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. After any Sanskrit verse of prosperity that he asked, he still says Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That such prosperity should bring me peace, should bring peace for everyone. So if you want Sanatana Dharma to go forward and help in the prosperity of the land of America, and you as well, you need to protect this Dharma. Dharma which has universal prosperity, propagates universal prosperity. That's the only solution I have. And let's start our own schools.
Yes, I would definitely look forward for that. Thank you. And another question we have is, what motivates you to spend your time and energy to keep Hindu Dharma as your priority, especially when there are rampant losses of Hindu values in your current generation and society is highly influenced by Western media?
See, I'm not worried about the Western media, because if not Western media, you will have Eastern media, if Northern media, Southern media. It is you who have to be strong. It doesn't really matter which media it is. I do not believe in these things. We are weak, we are prone to all kind of problems, all kind of attacks. So we need to learn how to stay strong. Now what motivates me? Because I think my family is beyond the family that God has given or time has given. So it's not just my 3 children as my family. I look at every Sanatana Hindu family as my family. So I'm worried for that family. I want to work for that family. When my family is part of the universe, universe is not part of my family. So if universe is happy, my family is happy. So I'm selfish.
I will take that definitely. We'll be very selfish in that too, taking you as a part of a family then.
We all have to know what is Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram is I bow to the motherland. So you all have a moral, social, economical responsibility to this land also. We need to ensure Dharma grows in this land also. That's only how you all can be safe, happy on this land. So should Dharma also prevail in Bharat. So I should work there. You shall work here.
Yes, we are all working towards that. Thank you. And the last question we have is, this is from a small little boy. What inspired you to fly to USA to talk about Hindu Dharma?
Dear, what actually inspired me is very different from what I'm doing right now. I thought I'll come to US. Somebody asked me that temples are in a great endangered situation in Bharat. I don't know who is that little small little kid who asked this question to me. And one of the organizations requested me, why don't you come, make a tour trip to America and request everybody to donate whatever they can do, donate towards this organization, tell them why it is important. Is the guy who asked this question?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me answer you. Somebody sent me here. They told please ask, go around America, ask all our Hindus that your basic origin life. You're born in America? So is your father born in America? So your father's origin land is Bharat. Your land is America. Okay? But your dharma is Hindu dharma. Sanatana. Your father's dharma is also Hindu dharma, your father's land is Bharat. For you, the land is US, dharma is Sanatana. Right? Got it? So somebody told you, please go. There are a lot of generous people in America. Tell them that how temples are facing problems and issues in Bharat. So if temples are there, Dharma will be there. So they wanted me to come tell why it is important to save temples and how temples save Dharma. And they said, please tell Diksha Dehi, entire America. America will give a good fund. You bring it back, we'll protect the temples, we'll protect the Dharma. But when I came here, I understood I need to protect the Dharma here, not in Bharat. Understand? My speeches here in my country, people started asking me, first teach Dharma here. So now the whole agenda is changing, my dear. What to do? So now I'm teaching Dharma here. I've come for some other program, I'm doing some other program here. Got the point? Thank you so much. I think we have done great Devalayas. It's time we do Vidyalaya.
Yes. Love that sentence. We have Devalayas, but we need Vidyalayas for our future generation. Yes.
Yes. So just don't think that your kids are grown up, you don't require a school. Their children require a school. So it's very important. It's a seed that you are sowing into the earth of Dharma. And that day you need not worry as parents. You can do whatever you want to do, the school should take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madhavi. I appreciate it really. And I wish we had a clone of you that we could keep you here.
You all come forward to be part of that school so that the school will bring me back again. So you need to give me a reason to come back again and again and again. And Madhavi Lata comes whenever Dharma calls. It can be Bharat, it can be anywhere on the globe. My whole existence today is only for the sake of universal Dharma, and that is Sanatana Dharma. I have no agenda for which I have to live that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madhavi. So I will request Ramani, to females, ladies rather, sorry, to come on the stage and yes, sorry, our priest has a question.
As a Acharya, maybe as a Pandit, but as you said, Madhavi Lataji, I believe that the first root is the mother for the entire world. And
100% right.
so, what is, in your opinion, what is every person who is entering into a temple to say this Sanatana Dharma, what they have to follow, in your words? Like, as the first step, then as you have taken your first step when you started to say this.
They need to come in temple attire first.
That's what,
Oh, that's what you wanted?
that's what I wanted to answer.
See, it is simple. You wear a swimming dress to go to swim. You wear an army dress to go and fight. We wear a school uniform when you go to school. We wear a temple dress to get into the temple. Simple logic. Nothing complicated. That's all.
Thank you. Well said. Thank you, Panditji, for requesting that question and requesting Ramani ladies to come and facilitate the shawl ceremony for Srimati Madhavi Lataji. And the second thing is, after this, there will be group pictures taken. No individual pictures, please. It's a group of at least 8 to 10. You can come in and take pictures with her. So it's just a group pictures through your phone. And then thirdly, we are requesting few volunteers to set back at the back to set up the dinner plate. Thank you. Anybody who wants to take group pictures, can you come this side and start forming your line, please? You come in line in here, this side, towards the audio room. Come in groups and, yeah, this way, please. You can stand in line, please. The stage is empty, you can go on the bench.